to you. They all just want to say hi. They want to say you're their favorite Big Brother player
Thank
ever,
you.
and how hot you look, and they love your style.
God.
They love the beanie look. Yep. So where's your next travel destination, you think? I mean, you're probably just happy to be at home for a little while, right?
Yeah, I am happy to be home for sure. But, I mean, there'll be some travel in the picture for sure. Maybe the PCA in January. I'll probably plan to stick around Vegas I'm going to go to Florida, obviously, for the holidays, see my family. But beyond that, out of the country stuff, probably not till the Bahamas in January. I was thinking about going to the WSOP over in Europe, and I think it's Germany, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah. In Berlin.
And I was going to go, but might not be able to because of I have some other things that are conflicting with it. So I'm not sure if that's going to be able to work out.
I got keys.
What happens if we say that though and someone's playing against you?
Oh, well, this is on a delay. It's like on a 3 or 4 minute delay. So otherwise, that would probably be a really bad
That's
idea.
why I didn't actually say, but I was all distracted.
What is your favorite poker hand?
My favorite poker hand. Okay, look, this is so boring. You're gonna hate me, but like aces, obviously.
That's what I say. I always tell people that. Like, why wouldn't you like aces?
Look, I'm not one of these people to be like have some kind of like wacky left field thing.
Superstitious of like I always win with this hand.
I think consistently my most money making hand is aces. But I mean, if you want a goofy hand, I like Jack 9 suited. It's not that goofy, but I wish I had a more interesting answer. I'm sorry, I don't.
Vanessa, are you going to have a blog, or how do people I feel like people are so used to watching your like day in and day out life via Big Brother that now they're like, okay, we want to know what Vanessa's going to eat.
It's actually really funny. Listen, right, people have been writing me letters like telling me like they'll say like, oh, I'm having like withdrawal, because I get it, like you get into it and you're watching it. I would probably get just as into it as someone who, gets into shows and really feels like I'm invested in it. I get it why people, they're like all of a sudden like I'm off the radar. So I'm trying to be more interactive on Twitter and everything. I actually just signed up for Periscope. After this, actually, in 15 minutes, actually at 6 o'clock, I'm supposed to do my first Periscope. I might be a little late now because I have to set it up after this and I don't really know what I'm doing. So never done it before. But
it's super easy. You just log in through your Twitter.
And
download the app, log in through your Twitter.
Okay. All right. I should be able to figure this. Should be Vanessa proof. And so, yeah, Periscope, I plan to start doing more of that with Mel and I. We started a YouTube channel. We uploaded some videos of like my reunion with Bear and Maverick, my dogs, and some of me like training the dogs. You can also see some like on my Instagram. There's like, I put some clips up there, and so follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope, and I'll try hard to keep you guys in the loop with my life, but gotta stay private sometimes.
Yeah, especially after the fact that you've been in everyone's homes for the last 3 months. But do you feel like, obviously not only the coming out stuff, but do you feel like this has made you a little bit more open in terms of sharing other parts of your life with everybody?
I mean, for sure, right. I was really, really scared about coming out on the show, and once that was out of the way, it was like nothing was gonna be as hard as that, and so made it easy to just be really real and myself and let people see me for the entire human being that is me, flawed and everything, like definitely not perfect, not trying to be, have all kinds of flaws, and you guys saw them all, unfortunately. And so it's you just learn at some point that we're all human, and people are, especially the fans, are really reasonable. They don't expect people to be perfect. In fact, they don't even want that. Like, they just want to see how you're a real human like everyone else, and that's what's more relatable. So I learned that it was like, rather than trying to live up to this expectation of what I was wanting to be, this ideal, instead just owning who I actually am, has been a big process of growth for myself, and I'm glad I'm in this place of being at peace with who I am and letting people see me through and through.
Yeah, and I think not only were you saying, obviously, you've been in a situation where you have bubbled a lot of money, but even more so, I think you realize that there's obviously not a price you can put on all of these things you learned about yourself.
You can't.
Having to rely on yourself so much in the context of the show. And obviously, that's the bigger picture, and now you have that that's going to take you so much further in life than, $500,000 will.
For sure. And I mean, that was one of the biggest learning lessons for me, was that I realized that I have a really strong support system at home. And when I was on the show, stripped of all of that and stripped of all of my creature comforts and my privacy and my, support system and almost my sanity at times, all of that stripped of, there was just left with myself. I learned to actually try to lean on myself, and I learned that I have everything I need inside of myself. It made me grow a thicker skin, learn to depend on myself, and I am more evolved as a person for the overall experience. And so that's why I look at it as such a huge positive. I'm stronger and more evolved of a person for this whole experience.
So do you think that if you were to go on All Stars and play again, like what are some of the things that you would take from the first experience and kind of tweak about your game, but also now that you know all the things you are capable of doing and accomplishing when you only have yourself to rely on, are you almost going to want to play a similar game because maybe it'll actually be harder to have to rely on other people?
So I know why you're asking this as a game player and a strategy enthusiast. So like, hoping that maybe perhaps I will get another chance. I can't be like totally honest with what my strategy is going to be, but I will tell you this: it's got to be different than what it was the first time, because everything's different. First of all, people will know who I am, which is a big difference. Like, I am probably the least compelling person to want to reward with 500,000 of all time to play Big Brother.
They see your Hendon mob. Good luck.
They see my Hendon mob, and I'm screwed. So I'm gonna need to get really creative with how am I going to be compelling to a jury, and I'm going to have to work that strategy from the beginning. Beyond that, strategically, obviously a lot of my machinations during the course of the season came out now. I mean, all the people who played the game now have seen what I've done, and they realize that I'm a strategist, and I was trying to downplay it during the season. But if I were to come back, there's no denying that. So maybe I actually go at it a totally different angle. And so I would tell people not to be shocked if I were to ever do it again, if I actually went at it with a totally different strategy. And because I feel that I would have to, it's kind of like in poker, if you develop an image, you have to then adjust to developing that image. Like, for instance, say you develop a loose image. You can't then just continue to play loose, because people are never going to give you credibility. You have to at times tighten up as a result. Or if you develop an image as really tight, you have to then capitalize on it by making some bluffs where people are going to give you too much credit. So I've developed this image in the Big Brother context, and I'm now going to have to adapt to it moving forward.
So this is my question. I am curious, do you think you will be watching future seasons of Big Brother? Because I know when Tiffany and I came off the show, it's just so hard to compare the actual experience of having lived it and then still kind of being into it from that sense. I think obviously you could be a super fan of the game and watch how other people choose to play, but at the same time, it's just not the same after you have gone through it yourself. And Tiffany and I actually haven't really watched any other seasons of The Amazing Race after ours, but is that something that you think you'll be keeping up with?
I actually think I will. Like, I didn't know going in just how much strategy went into it, but now that I know, because I've been on the other side, like, there's almost nothing I'd rather watch. So if I'm going to watch anything, it'd probably be something like that. And I also feel like there's a lot to learn by watching. I'm also really curious just to watch the feeds, because I've never seen it from that angle. I only watched the shows going in. I never actually watched the feeds because I was always playing the World Series of Poker during that time of the year, so I didn't have time to do the feeds. And so I can't wait to actually get invested in a season and see what it looks like from that angle.
So we kind of talked about how we're both a little bit of a reality TV show junkie, but you said you're a little bit reality TV'd out, but like, what are some of your other guilty pleasures in that genre? Well, I like Amazing Race. Actually, I'm watching the current one right now. We just started not the new one, season 26, the one with Jackie and Jeff, who were on my Big Brother. So since they were castmates of mine, I was really curious to see what they were like on The Amazing Race. And so I just started that one. I like The Amazing Race a lot. Especially I love travel, and it's an easy show to watch. It's not, you don't have to, like, you can watch it when you're falling asleep and stuff. It's entertaining, but it's not like Big Brother where you would have to, like, if you're not paying too much attention, you're not going to understand what's happening in the next part kind of thing. You can just kind of like pay attention loosely, which I like about that. I like to watch shows like right before I go to bed, so it can't be anything that you need to get too into, or I'm going to feel like I don't know what's going on when I watch it the next day. And it can't be anything that was really sad and made you cry and you couldn't sleep after, like what you watched last night.
Oh man, I watched this movie, like it was You're Not You, it's called. Oh my goodness, this is like, what a poor decision, like bad life decision, Vanessa. I cried for 3 hours straight. This movie just had me and Mel, both of us, crying. It was such a sad movie. And and then I woke up this morning with like really poofy eyes because, well, shocker, Vanessa cried. And so
All right, well, we are going to let Vanessa go here in a few minutes so that she could get on Periscope, but you guys can watch her because I'm going to be ending my stream pretty much around the time she's going to start her Periscope, so you guys could just slide on over there and watch her Periscope if you kind of are curious. Have you shown anybody the inside of your house, really? Like, what do you...
Not really, but I will show them parts of it. I'm going to show them the studio. I think that's where I'll do it from.
Okay.
It's, yeah.
If you guys want to catch some of Vanessa in her studio, in her little DJ space, you guys can check out her Periscope, but... Thank you guys for all of the questions. I mean, I know we didn't get a chance to get to them all, but I feel like I like just started sitting out because I was like so interested in what you were saying. I was like, oh, I can't do this. Normally I could play and talk at the same time. I was
really impressed with how you did that the whole time. I don't even know. What a multitasker.
I mean, I definitely played super tight though. I folded a lot of hands that normally I'd be raising with. I think I folded Jack.
I was like, I owe you some money.
I'm actually up. I'm up $70. I bought
awesome.
it for $200.
Lunch on you.
So you guys can check out Vanessa Rousso at twitter.com/Vanessa Rousso. And then, like she said, she's going to be doing YouTube videos and stuff. And I mean, a lot of people said they really enjoyed your SoundCloud and stuff. So
yay.
I'm sure you're going to put up some new stuff.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. You have plans for all of it. Is only so many hours in a day, though. And I'm trying to get one thing at a time set up. For now, it's Periscope. So I'll see you guys on there in just a few minutes.
All right, she's going to say bye to us so she could get going and do her Periscope.
And thank you so much for all the kind comments and everything. It means the world.
You have a lot of love. You have a lot of poker crossover fans that also love Big Brother, it seems like. So a lot of them just really wanted to know when they were going to get to see you at the poker tables again. So, I mean, listen, if you want to become the most winningest Vanessa, you better get on it.
Trust me, I know. I need to. I got to get on it in a lot of ways. So we're going to do that. In that vein, we're going to get on Periscope.
So she's out. I'll be on for another few minutes with you guys. Gonna play like one last round.
Good luck.
Thanks. Just gonna play. I feel like I have some run good in your house though, at least on your IP address.
Chill.
So
when you're done, come on.
Yeah, I will. So I am playing this. That was just Vanessa Rousso. She's gonna go and set up her Periscope. Like I said, you guys can check her out in at 6 Pacific. But I was playing this $1, $2 game for most of the time on my stream while I was talking to her. And I'm up $69.40. So I'm going to play one more round and then I'm going to sign off here. But thank you guys for tuning in. It looked like there were so many Vanessa fans in this chat. You guys all seem super nice. I'm sorry if I didn't get to all the questions. It was scrolling super fast. But I also saw some people ask me a few questions like, would I do Big Brother? I mean, yeah. I mean, after talking to Vanessa and after hearing her story, I just feel like that's something I can get on board with. I'm hyper competitive. I love strategy. And I'm definitely into it. Like I would. And Tiffany and I would gladly do Amazing Race all over again. Oh my gosh, I wish they could have like a poker player season of Amazing Race, of teams of poker players. I think that would just be amazing. Or of any reality competition show, actually, because, I mean, who better to play these games than poker players? So, let's see. A lot of people also said thanks for singing yesterday on my stream, and they really enjoyed it. Thank you. Super appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have enjoyed this special stream of Poker Central Live with Maria Ho. It's the launch of Poker Central today, the 24/7 Poker Network. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you guys had a lot of fun asking Vanessa questions. I can't even believe I don't even know how many interviews she's done, probably countless ones. But I know after Tiffany and I came off The Amazing Race, we never got tired talking about the experience, honestly, because it's so hard to actually articulate in words what an amazing journey something like that can be. And so honestly, I never really got tired of talking about it. So I'm sure she's just excited to share with you guys her perspective, because obviously you don't get to see everything she's thinking. And on the live finale, there's not a lot of time for her to kind of expand on her thought process and all that. So I'm glad that she was able to do that a little bit with you guys today. So I'm just going to play until my big blind gets here. And then I think I'm going to head outside and hang out with Vanessa while she periscopes. We might go out for some drinks tonight since we are in Vegas and everything is open 24/7.